Well, yes, you can escape the unhappiness, regrets of the past by not thinking about it, and the concerns for the future by not thinking about those. And in that sense, just focus on the present. But you won't have joy and happiness that way. You cannot have hope, for instance, if you're not considering the future. And you cannot have the assurance that comes from appreciating the past. If you block on what's happened in the past. In other words, you need to see that which has been good and to experience joy because it has been good. You feel life's been worthwhile and happy. Because then you will tend to think that the future will be too. There's an assurance that comes of seeing the goodness that's in your life in the past. And by goodness I mean that which has been a blessing to you as you see it. And with hope for the future, you then are willing to act, to initiate actions because they can be successful apparently. There's a blessing in being creative. So for a hope and creativity and assurance, peace of mind and joy, you need to focus on all that's been good. And experience some thankfulness because of that. Especially to someone. It might be to your partner, to your children, or to your parents. And it could be to your employer and friends and neighbours and comrades in action, you know. You're very thankful to them for the blessings they brought to you. It's given you a hope and an assurance about life that it can be good, that it's worth doing things, that you can initiate creative things and they work, they come to pass. In other words, the things that we value, such as joy, peace, assurance, hope, understanding and so on, we need to experience the best of the past and let it bless us into the future, that we have a fullness of life, joy and so on, happiness. And in this fullness of life, of course, we're encouraged to be in being thankful to others, so to speak. We give back. We initiate helping others and making their life a blessing too. This, of course, rolls back on us that through their thankfulness, they bless us the more. We experience fellowship, love, you see, relationship with others. Rather than not have that relationship to the fore when we meet with them, because we're not thinking about the past or the future. They're just objects in time that come and go. It's a wonderful thing, gratitude. It's achieved by looking at the day and yesterdays and seeing the blessings and being greatly encouraged by them into life, into fullness of life. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. The biblical view of the last book in the Bible, Revelation, that Babylon is the mother of harlots, Babylon being the capital city, if you like, of Persia. What's the great unfaithfulness? Self-righteousness, dogma, unfaithfulness to all that's brought us blessing and goodness and hope and joy, a paralyzing death of ungratefulness, a negativity that terminates, a reward of eternal hell. You know, the pageantry of this book of Revelation, this appalling story, really, is what can happen if you're not worshipping your God, the one that personifies all that you trust and believe to be a blessing and goodness. 2,000 years of war and corrupt Christianity, and living death is there to illustrate this truth to you. Choose you this day whom you will serve. Come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Do you want to live in the kingdom of God? Or do you want to follow the way of the world? Choose you this day whom you will serve. Or you will reap the whirlwind, as illustrated in Western Europe in the last few thousand years. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. So we see that living here in this world has been an incredible blessing to us. We have tasted and seen of evil in the transitory, that we might choose the eternal blessing. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. You see, we read Revelation, the book. It's terrible stuff. It lists everything that's wrong with everything, and it goes on, and it gets worse and worse, and it's Holocaust. It's far worse than the flood that simply wiped out everybody on the earth except 8 people and a few animals. It's just horrendous. And you get to something like the last chapter or two, and it suddenly says, "And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. The former things passed away." The contrast is fantastic. Did you get the lesson, T.S.? Negativity brings hell on earth. The destruction of everything. Negativity, it's simple as that. If you dwell on the new heaven and the new earth, well, it transforms your whole being. You see and you feel and are the light. Life eternal. The great achievement of this universe is that you compare. You see good and evil. You compare it and you know what you value. And truly love it with all your heart, soul, mind and strength. Your God is the personification of what you truly value. And you follow accordingly. Bless you. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.